The spirit of a Magister priest...
Wargs! Sel, watch out!
A ghostly cacophony. There's another scream.
Magisters and paladins fighting alongside each other. A rare sight indeed.
You're not the thrall I've been promised, but you might be something to practice on until he arrives.
He pulls a small dagger from his robe and...
Such a pristine hide. Your skin will make a beautiful canvas. How fierce. We could use some... Who knows? The god...
The spirit of a Magister...
There's too many of them. Get the bishop to the Elven Temple. We'll hope...
She turns her attention forward once more.
Bishop? Wait. Alexander is here. This elven temple may warrant investigation.
Fight then for underlings. And you shall have more. How spectacular. Did you see the light fade from their eyes? Their expressions as they passed from this world?
The necromancer looks wistfully at one of the bodies.
To experience the transcendental, there is such... You don't think so? Perhaps that is to be expected. I wish I could feel it. Just once before our god... Well, I want to experience... Of course, our Lord... So, perhaps you could perform a service for your betters and... Because suicide is... If I were discovered with my... But, if it was your hand... Well... You aren't even initiated. What could you possibly have to lose? Damned fool!
The altar stands before you, in honor of Ralik, first of the gods and patron of humanity. As your prayer drifts away on the breeze, you feel the... And there before you stands Ralik. His sword clangs against the cobbles, slipping out of his hands and skittering towards you. He hears you as you step forward.
One of the others sent you, eh? Sent you to pester a poor man that has lost his sight?
He snatches it back from you, but seems more likely to use it as a support than a weapon. He approaches, running his hands over your face.
Zulst, I want your eyes. After all, what is a warrior without his sight? Give me yours. I assure you, they will be put to good use in the war against the Void.
Your god leaps forward, knocking the frail old man sideways. Ralik gets to his feet, grabbing a shield emblazoned with a burning sun. The image fades, leaving only the symbol of the sun dancing in your vision. You frown with surprise. Alexander vanished along with all the others when the Lady Venge...
Perhaps I have misjudged.
I've got questions.
Oh, won't he be ever so happy to see us?
The altar stands before you. The altar stands before you.
This place will be nice when it's finished.
Better to knock it all down and start again.
A black ring captain stands before you. She looks remarkably ordinary, you think, as far as black ring go.
Tell me who you are, or I will kill you. And do not doubt me, for I tell the truth.
Her expression does not change. She cannot read your mind, but you can read her face, and you see she grows impatient.
Tell me who you are, or I will kill you. Then they may live, for now, that they may kill the divine pigs, and kill the Godwoken, kill them all, and then perhaps... You serve the God King now, so kill the Divine Order pigs, and kill the Godwoken, go kill them.
Every weapon in my stock has spilled blood in honor of the God King. If you can't do the same, then the fault lies with you. What'll it be, Thrall? A bow? A few... Because the God King is our true lord.
An undead reaver lifts a clay goblet of...
Force of habit. Life will taste good again once the God King's victory. I don't need the God King restore.
The reaver utters a dry...
Your mistress should have enlightened you, Thrall. The wine is wasted.
He looks you in the eyes, raises the palm of his hand towards you. Serpent-like coils writhe beneath the skin. The skin blackens. Noxious black smoke pours from him into your mouth, your tongue. As the black smoke snake takes over your tongue, you feel yourself... The smoke snake returns. He tips his temple in salute. For a moment... A black ring witch stands before you, cool and then the regular thump. Her heartbeat The dreamer's eyes have rolled over white. His fingers twitch as you near. A cold presence suddenly seizes you. Your breath shortens, and a voice enters your mind, probing. Red Prince, the prey that my master seeks, God-woken. The cold presence ebbs away. Very well. The dreamer's eyes...
Magisters. Not what they signed up for, I bet. Looks like those Black Ring made a lethal enemy.
You approach an undead, standing...
Good riddance to bad rubbish, eh? Only God-woken, are you? I thought so. I see such things, for I am the Watcher. The Meister.
She bats one skeletal hand in a truly...
The Meister's ragtag band are but a pale imitation. Together, we failed. But still, I try. Alone. Unless the Knight of Duna has been cursed. Void, release the Knight's good spirit from his corrupted shell, God-woken. Do this, and I will give my thanks. And the thanks of Duna's knights, too.
Interesting. It may still be in working order. Locked. locked. Interesting. It may still be in working order.
Won't budge.
Hold up. Shriekers.
We'll need a purging one for the...
Explain yourself!
The elf's deep golden eyes go wide.
The gods chose you as their champion. Run home, little godwoken. You find only death here. You speak loudly, young god. You are not worthy of this test. Run back to your heart. Cower there while death searches for you.
The laughter dies.
Good. It is proper that the godwoken should not be so easily. They proceed. Not from me, at least. The island is not overrun. The other gods were clearly not happy. In his fortress, the Black Ring did not succeed. But they do not fail. Now, knights and godwoken both. Yes, he resides here for a time. He is not the God-woken I expect. Few or shrieking monsters tied to posts. I protect the God-woken of this temple, but not. What one God-woken does to another is divine business.
The elf raises...
One demands from one's lessers. I am your once, I stand where you stand. The trials do not kill me, but it is not the place of a knight to... We walked your path once. You must discover it yourself. Turn to the gods. Their guidance alone will Rallic ever what... You! Identify your...
The elf's deep golden eyes go...
The gods chose you as their champion. Run home, little God-woken. You find only death here. We have all swatted flies. You are not worthy of this temple. Run back to your hearth. Cower there while death searches for you.
The laughter dies from the elf's...
Good. It is proper that the God-woken should not be so easily... You may proceed. Not from me, at least. The island is not... The other gods were in his fortress, but they do not fail. Now, knights and God-woken both cower behind monsters, tied to sticks. It is not the place of a knight. We walked your turn to the god. Yes, he resides here. He is not the God-woken or shrieking monsters tied to... I protect the... But not what one God-woken does.
The elf...
One demand. Once, The trials do not kill... May all stis...
The bear gives you a serious look.
Can I ask you a philosophical... Okay, then, if a tree falls in a forest and the whole place is covered in death fog, does anyone care? I escaped. Thousands didn't. They barely had the...
She gives you a long, wet-eyed look.
I thought no one cared.
With a sigh, she turns... The priestess is oblivious to you. Instead, she's locked in frantic, desperate prayer.
Almighty Duna, save your children.
Ho there, hopeful. I belong to Tircendelius. To whom are you sworn?
Be at ease, sister. We're safe now.
I pray to the altars of all 7 gods, all across the island. You must be ruthless, where I was not. That I do not know. I prayed at each altar, heard nothing, but I pray to the altars of all. You must be ruthless, where I, if it may help you, I wish you well.
Have you been to the temple of Zolstissa? Is the King's Knight safe? Is Zolstissa's chosen champion safe?
Hear my prayer. Save your children.
I was not ready to die. I cannot serve the Lord Zolstissa if I am dead. Ha! You?
He stands head bowed as the blessing courses through him. He raises his hands before him, marveling at their glow. He looks... He sinks to one knee.
Who will you destroy to save the kin?
He stares at you in awe. Tears come to the corner of his eyes. He begins to rock back and forth. He begins to pray.
There shall be a new divine, and he shall be a red skin. I thank you for your blessing.
Ho there. May I be of service?
This is incredible. What a structure.
There might be nothing left like this in the world. Not since Lucian...
The elf prays hard. His...
Soon, Tircendelius will give us the power to smash the ring and all our enemies. Alexander does not ride.
He closes his eyes.
Godwoken, the mother tree calls you. Follow the spirit. Climb to the heart of the tree. The mother awaits.
Your words mean nothing to me, Alexander.
I will have your head, Seeker.
Be at ease, Magister Rome. Weapons down. Gareth, I have done you a grave injustice. I was deceived, and I was too weak, too naive to see it.
Alexander holds his hands outwards towards Gareth, his blade resting flat across his palms, a gesture of goodwill and peace. Whatever Alexander's reply might have been, it is drowned.
Godwoken? Have you come to witness the death of the noble coward? How fortunate. This slug defends his own cruelty on the basis of ignorance. He expects me to forgive him for everything he's taken from me. My own parents. He says this to me. I've forgotten nothing. Alexander, you are the sinner, yet the gods have allowed us to suffer for it. I would kill you 100 times over if given the chance.
Gareth looks to you, then to Alexander. He digs his teeth into his lower lip until blood...
You are not Damien. You are not Damien. My sins have been as great as yours, Alexander. I've just been too blind to see them. It's just... your father. You could forgive Alexander when I could not, Godwoken. I hope you show me the same kindness. I will meet you aboard the Lady Vengeance when you are ready.
Keep your hands where I can see him. Bishop Alexander's our responsibility. We ain't no seekers. We'll die protecting him.
As you approach Alexander, Ifan catches you by the shoulder.
You know how long I've sought Alexander. I need this.
Ifan strides forwards and feints a punch at Alexander's nose with his right hand. As the Divine Bishop raises his hands to protect himself, Ifan, as Alexander staggers back, blood streaming from his nose...
Why? Why did you and Lucian send me on a suicide mission to kill the elves? Why did you lie to me?
Alexander wrenches his hands free from Ifan's grasp and holds his broken nose. Blood...
Why? The same reason we did everything. To protect the realm. What price all of Rivellon against just one portion? You should be proud my father picked you. His best right-hand man. He knew you would make it. But he also knew that if he told you the truth, you would falter. He knew you'd have to be tricked. But I'm his son. I can be trusted to the end, and I will take any actions necessary.
Ifan draws his weapon. His hands are steady, calm, and...
Death stops everyone eventually. You rose from the dead once. You won't rise this time.
He halts, looking you in the eye. As he lowers his weapon, he smiles a shrewd smile.
For you, I can stop. Alexander knew. Lucian.
His face darkens, and his hands...
Power truly corrupted Alexander, just as it did Lucian.
He raises one eyebrow and folds his arms protectively.
We'll see.
If you have something to say, sorcerer, just spit it out. My destiny was unveiled to me in the Hall of Echoes, at last. I realized how Dallas had been sabotaging me all along. She had her accomplice, Friedemann, pose as someone who could train me how to master my God-woken powers. But it was a lie. They sought to hinder, not help. I confronted them once I returned from the Hall of Echoes, and the pair of them tried to kill me. They won't succeed, though. I know what needs to be done, and I have good, loyal Magister and Paladin companions to help me see that it is done. Why? So that you can ascend. I was born for this duty. As long as he lived, my father grew. And make no mistake. Or what? But you are desperate. That much is clear. Make yourself of use to me, and I shall help you unlock the council. You must strike down the one who leads the Black Ring on this island. That is He's known as the Sallow Man. My father faced him in battle during the Great War. He's a wicked creature.
Alexander produces an old cowl and mutters an incantation. The cloth...
My father concocted this charm so that he could face the Sallow Man in battle. The cowl has now been laced with its essence. Wear it, and he will be forced to reveal himself. Succeed, and perhaps you can join me inside the council. There we can see who shall be the next divine, once and for all.
Step carefully, stranger, and do as the divine order tells you. Paladin and magic...
Bring me proof that the Sallow Man is dead. God Woken.
She watches you carefully.
Show respect, stranger, till the next...
When first I saw you pass the Shriekers, I thought perhaps the others had come to join us. Colleagues? Magisters from Driftwood, loyal to their bishop? Stanley, maybe? Bran, for sure. I was hoping Harrick would come along too. They're very fond. By who? This terrible, ungodly...
He spits over the parapet, shakes his head at what... eyes closed.
I am the last of my hide, my stripe, my streak.
She cocks her head to listen to a...
If the covenant be in good faith, O black-winged god, and all the forest tigers shall return, then I shall accept your... They all...
She stares directly at you.
With the heat...
None.
Prepare yourself. To none.
The leaves of the altar rustle, a gentle murmur on the breeze. You lean in, a sweet smell wafting around you, the smell of fresh wood, of blooming flowers, of a gentle summer's night. The scent fills your mind, and your vision starts to swim. You blink and find yourself standing in a...
God woken.
You turn towards the voice. You're about to turn away.
God woken.
The raven turns its gore-streaked beak towards you. Its eyes are a deep, bloody red. God, the fawn's breathing is shallow.
I need to heal. Please, if we are to make it to the Well of Ascension.
As your blood touches the deer's lips, its head lurches forward, clamping its mouth over the wound. You can feel... You pull your arm back, breaking the connection, and see that the deer has grown too long in sizes. You pick up its gift, a round white stone, and are getting ready to leave when you feel a cold, heavy thump on your shoulder. I see you, Godwoken. It croaks. Aye. The blood-flecked beak lunges at your eye, and you feel it. You feel it tear through the lid, through the jelly. You stumble back, grasping at your face. Your eyes are fine, but the altar is changed, with the crescent moon hacked into the wood. As you leave, You can't shake... The altar sits before...
A customer. Perhaps you'd like...
His lascivious eye...
Vulnerable flesh. A distant place called Nemesis.
Make trade.
The creature runs a black tongue across its maw.
A distant, hungry place.
Speak, Godwoken, but be sharp. Time passes quickly. That is not for a night. Only the gods may guide you.
Spirit of a black ring.
Please, my king, raise me again. The shriekers are so close.
The spirit of a hulking black ring warrior lurches right. The warrior charges right through. The warrior drops to his knees behind.
The temple must hold. The temple must hold. We held them off. We held them off.
Do you serve the God King's scum?
He opens his mouth in a sloppy grin and pokes his tongue through rotten teeth. But his tongue is not a tongue. It's the...
Answer the question. Do you serve the God King? You serve the great Almir.
He hands you a mirror of the blackest glass. The glass is black. At first. But then a sickly haze begins to form. You feel his hate, his avarice, his thirst for blood. God-woken blood. He does not speak, and yet He asks you who you are. The mirror does not break, but in a moment, you know what the sallow man wants. Alexander's head, and you know too what he's offering. Whatever you desire yourself to be. A new you, better than before. Sallow turns away.
What did Sallow say? That's our task. We would take the Elven Temple as soon as we could pass the street.
He seems on the verge of responding aggressively, but changes his mind and lowers his head.
The mistress is most welcome.
Tell me again what's waiting for us.
Eternity, my child.
Half our numbers fell to Shriekers, but none have risen again. You lowly creature. Not unlike me once. Storm the Elven Temple and strike down...
It shall serve many purposes. Are you ready for the next assault?
The warg snarls and...
Cowards! Swine!
She turns to you.
Why you fight with me here? Into battle.
And if you should, I'm sure you should be up there. Die. You will never be deemed...
The witch murmurs a quiet prayer. You can see the faint scars of a collar on her bowed neck.
Leave me be. I will not... Tell me again what's waiting for us.
Eternity, my child. An eternity by our God King's side.
And the Divine Order?
Servants, slaves, labourers, food. That shall serve many purposes. Away from me, you louse. I do not deal with lesser creatures.
Nice.
best go before I...
Get northwards, mud puppet, for I do you for disobeying. Sending Almir the swan to kill a...
The Reaver gives one last...
No matter.
The Reaver utters...
Your mistress...
Follow the God King. Life shall be restored. Loved ones returned to you. Death will become a thing of the past.